Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. I'm going to use the Shadowscapes Tarot. It's a little bit harder to see the cards sometimes because the writing is really small on them. So the big advantage, of course, with that's the Tower card, which just made an appearance in the What's Cracking reading. Yeah, some of the bigger cards, although they're harder to shuffle, really easy to see. So, okay. So we're doing a bonus read. I've put all the dates up the front of the other video, so if you watch the What's Cracking reading, all my prime dates are there. I'm still recovering from the whole finally getting over 10,000 viewers thing. I seem to be stuck there for a little while, but that's okay. I'm so overwhelmed by it all. It's amazing. And I've watched some of the other readers who have come up and they're so amazing and they go flying past and do so extremely well for themselves. And I think it's such a beautiful thing to watch other people get the recognition they deserve to. It's absolutely beautiful. In a way, it sort of makes me feel I wished I'd have done this when I was younger too, but never mind. Everything comes eventually. Okay, let's just get into this reading. Okay, so I do have the Ten of Wands coming out first. So you can see how tiny the writing is on these. And I wear glasses. I need a magnifying glass, maybe even a telescope. So the Ten of Wands is coming out first here, which talks, of course, about carrying burdens around. Sometimes when you're carrying this much weight around, you end up with a sore back. And you're sort of, why do I have such a sore back? It's because you're carrying internal responsibilities. Behind that, we do have the Four of Pentacles. So I don't know why you're refusing to put this down, but it needs to go. Nine of Wands behind that, some sort of energy of being wounded or defensive. I do like that the Ace of Wands is coming up here, though. If you could see that card, it's really, really beautiful. It has three foxes sitting on it, and it's just stunning. I probably need to go and buy this deck in a bigger version because it is a very beautiful deck. So what we have here is you hanging on to something that you should have really put down. It could be that you're hanging on to past love, past relationship. It could be hanging on to your money here as well. What I want to say to you is, you know, becoming defensive and fighting against this is not where you need to go. Now, for some of you, this Nine of Wands here can be about self-limitations, not allowing yourself to grow here, because you do have the Ace of Wands coming up at the end. And sometimes this kind of boundaries can talk about you setting your limits too low and not understanding how much you're capable of achieving. But all the time you're in this very stuck energy of not wanting to move forward or refusing to see something differently here, perhaps. You're not achieving this Ace of Wands. So a new beginning is waiting to come in. But in order for the new beginning to come to you, you've got to be able to let go of what you have had in the past. This is why this Tower keeps coming up. Seven of Swords coming out here. So the Seven of Swords can talk about not expressing yourself, trying to get away with something without being truthful. It can talk about deceit, stealing away in the middle of the night. And behind that we have the Ten of Swords. Holy dooly, there's some heavy energies in this bonus read today. So there's a cycle here that needs to be closed down. And the cycle is that you do not speak your truth. You hold back a lot of the time when you should be more outspoken. This is why, exactly why this Tower is making an appearance today. Because there's a message for some of you here to have a new start. But in order to do that, you've got to let go of this past energy, this past belief about yourself, past belief about something here. And when I look at the Seven of Swords next to the Ten of Swords, I feel this can be about negative thinking, not trusting. This is why you're not getting to the Ace of Wands energy. You're stuck in this energy of not being able to reveal who you truly are. So you're guarded, you don't speak up for yourself, you don't speak from an honest place. Maybe you falter with things. I was saying a couple of weeks ago that I had this real epiphany about the way I do things, which I have trying to be really, really conscious of. But what I do is because of my nervousness or because of my lack of confidence, maybe, in relationships especially, or with people I'm a little bit sort of unsure of, I tend to self-sabotage. So when I'm speaking, sometimes I'll say something like, you know, would you like to go out for lunch with me? And before they've had a chance to answer that question, I've already backed it up with, oh, you're probably too busy to go at the moment. Or, oh, I understand you're busy at work at the moment. So I don't give the person a chance to answer my question. And I've learned this energy, but I don't know what this is for everybody else. So it could be that you do have very, perhaps not so positive language, but it also may be, especially with this Ten of Swords here, that it may be just about you feeling very negative, but not being able to express your ideas here. Let's move on. Let's not get stuck for too long. Yeah, there's a card of balance coming in here. So we do have the Temperance card coming out in saying you need to start seeking balance. Eight of Pentacles. This can be about working on yourself, working on your energies, using meditation, tapping, whatever it is for you that helps you get out of your head a little bit here, because it's very sort of thought-based, ideas-based here. And it's about you getting back into your body and sensing and feeling like you need to understand why you're stuck in this sort of feeling stage. But definitely a great understanding of that. Okay, Six of Swords coming out too. Now, despite the fact there's a lot of swords here, the Six of Swords is an energy of moving away from something. So we do want to see the Six of Swords there. Knight of Pentacles here. So slow movement towards what is your karmic destiny here. So it's like plodding through things, trying to feel your way, trying to understand the direction you're going in, but very slowly. The universe is trying to give you a bump here. Three of Cups coming through here. So there is some sort of celebration, some sort of understanding here, coming to some understanding. It's slow, but it's happening here. Okay, we do have the Emperor coming out. Now, the Emperor did come out in the What's Cracking read along with the Tower. So it's very possible here. Six of Wands, so there's a victory. It's very possible that this person's going to give you an answer you're looking for. Page of Wands, yeah. There's some sort of help coming your way, and this person could be a teacher, could be a friend, could be a relative, but somebody that you highly respect who's going to help you move forward on your path. Now, the idea is that perhaps, you know, they give you some sort of conversation, they express something that creates some sort of epiphany within you about helping you move forward because you're stuck here. And there's someone here that the universe is sending in to help you move forward here, or even to attain this Emperor energy. So you may be being pushed out of this comfort zone that you've been in, or this idea of this is how it is. This is how we do things around here. The universe wants you to look at it a different way. So this is your childhood learnings, your ideas about yourself that perhaps don't really work in the world that you're living in anymore. They may have worked for you when you were young, but they don't work for you anymore. So it's to do with your negative patterns, negative thinking, but the universe is trying to move you out of some sort of cycle here. And I feel like somebody is coming in to give you, as I said, some sort of epiphany moment, some sort of energy here that helps you move forward. I mean, it could be just a friend, it could be a school teacher, it could be somebody that you listen to on the radio or the television. It may be a YouTube person that you listen to in meditations, but there's somebody here who's going to give you some sort of idea on how not to do something a certain way anymore. I'll pull you a card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook. And I'm going for the Lamb. Nice. So let's see what the Lamb says. So the Lamb is a earth animal. Okay, earth signs, where are you? Here we are. Okay, so the Lamb. The Lamb is the bearer of an important message. Well, isn't that incredible? Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. So that's why I said it might come to you in meditation. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. So don't discount when people say things. Though the Lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, receive. This is about you finding inner peace and finding your knowing. So it fits absolutely beautiful with this reading. And that's why I said to you, it could be that you're listening to someone on the radio. You could be listening to someone doing a speech, like you might be somebody like Eckhart Tolle or Tony Robbins sort of fan, and you may be listening to something like that. But there is a message coming in through this Emperor that's going to help you move away from that. Could be a counsellor, could be a friend, but definitely on its way to you. Have a fantastic day.